I'm in the main, he yells. I love it. Klimecki, Bogart, and Schaefer around the last turn. 2 riders on point right now. I got the 131 ride. That's Grandpa Tom. And the Boogeyman, 1 and 2. Saba, Liam Madison, photo 407 comes flying around the last turn. 99 on point right now. That's Matty Saba. Saba gets the win. The 379 rider. Madison gets the 2 spot. They're going to be checking into semis in the 51-55 novice class. Down to the turn 3 we fly. More 51-55 novice. Hammond, Melkert, and Eilers. Moto number 408. One rider ripping all by himself around the last turn and coming flying back at us will be the 6'5 ride out of Texas. Chad Hammond, first generation BMXer, gets it done here in the second round. 2 spots going to go to the 1-9 ride. Another Texas rider right there. Melkert moving on. All right, we got a big one coming at us. 409 and 410. Stallmeyer, Jones, Warner, Lucas, and Staffenhagen. 4 riders moving on right here. Rider on top is the 9-7 ride. That's Suttlemeyer. Suttlemeyer's checking out. The 7-6 ride, Staffenhagen. The 93 bike. That's Warner. And our last spot is going to go to the 305. G-Money. Lucas grabbing that last transfer spot in the 56 and over novice class. Here come the intermediate boys, everybody. Get loud for them. Moto 411 out there. They got quarters today. There's 37 riders in this class. They're flying back at us. Nag 2 on top. Got to be Dingles Racing. Liam Hahn. Hahn gets the win out of this one. The 675 and the 2 spot is Harrison Cordell. Moving on to a quarter in Moto 411. Moto 412, the Mighty Mouse. Lightning Legs, Sam Gonzalez, and Pierce Palmer. Putting the pump down that last straight. Rider on top is the 461. That's got to be Palmer. Palmer goes ripping by. I got the Gold Cup 3 in the 2 spot. That's Gonzalez. Palmer and Gonzalez, 1 and 2. Four 1-3s down in the 4 straightaway now. The President, Little Z, and Enzo Moreira. I got 3 riders out there. 2 more spots available. And here come 2 riders. Pumping over that double right here, the 1-6-3 ride. That's Enzo Moreira in the Nag 1 ride of Little Z Graham from Monster Bike Supply. Moving on to quarter main events. Moto 414, Cunningham, Simon, and Anderson. Looking for the little dudes as they rip through that 4 straightaway. Here they come. 3 riders out there, 2 spots available. Moto number is 414. Rider on top's got the Gold Cup 3. That's Weston Simon. Simon down the last straightaway. Simon gets the win. 2 spot is the 27 comes by. The Bulldog makes the move at the line. 415 down around to F Bikes running the show. That's the Missile Maven Case. Team Rippers, the Rippers get it done. Case moves on. And the 6'3 bike, or 83 bike of Trujillo, the Outlaw. Polar, Colston, and Nicholas. Moto 416's on the track looking for these cats out there. Got Pat Colors coming in the last turn. Got to be Mighty Mav. Colston hits that last turn with the gas on right now. He's ripping down the last straightaway. The 239 is checking into a quarter main event. 2 spots going to go to the 7-5 of Hilo. Nicholas. Colston, Nicholas, 1-2. Last rack of your 500 intermediates on the track right now, Moto 417. We're taking 2 more to quarters tomorrow. There was 37 riders in this class, and our top rider is pounding down the last straight as we speak. That's going to be the 1-4 bike, Blue Thunder, Dawson Hadimer, Sisu Cycles, 2 spot. The 39 bike of Rhett the Jet Edmonds for Rad and Fast coming out of Texas. 418 on the track, got a Gold Cup plate running the show. I got a Gold Cup 1 and a Gold Cup 3 come back at me. Easy E and the Warrior Murphy, Bailey and Murphy going to quarters here in the 6 intermediate class. Here for our down riders who jumped right back up over here, everybody. 4:19 through the 4 straightaway. Smith, Guthrie, Miller, and Kirby. 3 riders coming at me, 2 spots available in the quarter tomorrow. The pump's on, triple digits on top. Gonna be the 368, that's Miller. And the Nag 7 of Guthrie, 1 and 2. 420 is your moto number. The Bullet, the Speedster, Short Stack, and the Jet. They all got nicknames, so that's all I will call them as we round this third turn down that 4 straightaway. 2 riders looking to check out. They're pounding around this last turn right now. Here they come back at me. Rider on top. That's going to be the Speedster. The Speedster is going to get the win. The 2 spot's going to go to Short Stack. Speedster and Short Stack 1 and 2. What a gentleman Greg is. 421 on the track right now, pounding down in the third turn. More 6-year-old intermediates. Sino, Felix, Grieve, and Reeves. Down around they go. They're putting the pump on over the double right here. I got 2 riders pulling away. The 265 is Sino, and the 105 is Reeves. Sino and Reeves, uno and dos. 422 is your motor number, and we're still rocking the 6-year-old intermediate class. Rocking through that 4 straight. I got the Hustler. I got Delaire, Chaos, and Jorgens. 2 riders come peeling around. The 121 running the show, that's Dawson Jorgens. Jorgens gets the win here in the second round. The 34 bike of the Hustler, Lance Brendel, is going to grab that 2 spot. Bina, Grist, Moe, and Clark. Your 6-year-old intermediates are still on the track and flying down to the last turn. There was 42 riders in this class today. You can't get better than that. On the top spot is the 5-7 ride right here. That's Bubbly Bella. And the 35 ride of the Flash, Bentley Clark. Bubbly Bella and Bentley Clark, 1 and 2. Down around the last turn we roll. Last rack of the 6-hitters coming fast at me. Nag plate on top. That's the Hawk, Kane Combs. And the Gold Cup 1 holds on. That's Eli McKay grabbing that 2 spot. So the Bicycle Shack and Elf Racing going to go 1 and 2 and move on. 425s on the track, your 7-year-old intermediates. Mantell, Allen, Murphy, and Kurth. Oh, I got 3 riders flying back at me. Rider on top is the 97 bike. That's Kurth. Kurth gets the win. The 96 gets the 2. Kurth and the Butter Noodle. Moving on, the Butter Noodle grabs that transfer spot. Carvalho, Prelip, Frattini, and Matlin. 426 through the 3rd straight, they fly. 45 riders rocking this class today here in the 7-year-old intermediates. Quarter main events on the table, and down around we roll. I got all 4 of them in the last straightaway at the same time, but the rider on top is going to be the 217 Lincoln Matlin. All the way from Washington, he gets the win. The 104 is Boots Carvalho in the 2 spot. Matlin and Carvalho getting it done. 427. That's right, 427's out there right now. Mendez, Moore, Donovan, and Nailvenko. Gold Cup plate running the show. That's going to be Herbie. Herbie for the Freaky Fast coming down. Herbie gets the win. The 19. Oh, Herbie is pumped up too. That's going to be Mendez. Herbie and Mendez, 1 and 2. 428 on the track right now. More 7-year-old intermediates. Kurth, Vescuso, Anderson, and Bartlett. 1, 2, 3. They round that last turn, but the 13's running the show. That's K-Rob, Caleb Anderson for Crown Apparel. Crown Apparel going to get the win in the second round. The 5-6 is also moving on to a corner. That's Grant Bartlett for the Trilogy BMX team, 1 and 2. Cunningham, Duran, Cooper, and Trent. Moto 429 rips and dips that Tulsa turn, and our top rider takes off. The battle for the 2 spots where it's at. The boys putting the pump on through that 3rd straightaway and down to the 3rd turn. Trying to see who I have on top. I got 2 digits coming back at me right here. It looks like it's going to be the 1 or the 7-8 ride of Isaiah Cunningham. The 78 gets the win, but who's going to get the 2 spot? The 119 will. So Cunningham and Cooper, 1 and 2. 430, Newell, Davis, and Azaraga. Looking for the young cats as they hit that 3rd turn. We got a Gold Cup plate way out by himself. That's ferocious Finn Newell out of Colorado. Newell gets the win. And the 86 at G Money Azaraga for Black Crown, Georgia will grab that too. More 7 intermediates on the track hitting that last turn. I got quarter mains ripping down the last straightaway. Who's it going to be? The 4-9 bike, Rhett Travis. Travis and Brown are sneaking into some quarters. Smolanic, Davis, and Ward, last rack here, 7-year-old intermediates right here. I got the 273 on top. That's T-Rock Davis for Ortega's Propane. New Mexico rider gets the win. Smolanic grabs that too. Eight-year-old intermediates, Bernstein, Kirsch, Wilhelm, and Frattini. Rider on top looks like the 6'5", the crusher, Logan Kirsch. Kirsch gets the win. The 771 of Wilhelm gets the 2. They are sneaking into 8th main events. 434, Barry, Etter, Schmiesing, and Morrison. Everyone coming at me fast with the 2-4s on top. Schmiesing gets the win. The Gold Cup 1, Barry gets the 2. Because now it's Moida, White, and Conlon. Rocking around the last turn, rider. The 90 bike, the T-Dog Conlon for Team Rippers gets the win. The 89 bike, Moida gets the 2 spot. Around the last turn we roll, more 8-year-old intermediates. The 5-1 bike, that's Rowan. Rowan gets the win here in the second round. The 35 bike, Cajun Cole gets the 2 spot in Moto 436. 437 down into turn 3, rocking through that 4 straightaway right now. Finn Newland, O-Dog Redmond, Abel Clark, and Cam Wagner. 3 riders down into the last turn, but it's going to be the 6'5" on top, Newland. Newland out of Oklahoma gets the win. The 78 bike in the 2 spot is Redmond. Newland, Redmond, 1 and 2. Out of Fargo, North Dakota. Koskinen, Malmquist, Acosta, and Picotti. Down that last straight, the 72's on top. That's Picotti. Picotti gets the win. 2 spots going to go to the 282 of Acosta. 1 and 2. More 8-year-old intermediates try to sneak into 8th main events. 439 is your moto number as they hit that last turn. Rider on top is the 81 bike. That's the Blue Bomber, Lakeberg for Prodigy BMX. The Prodigy ride gets the win. This 65 bike is Carradine in the 2 spot. Moto 440, Rhett Ramus, Dylan Rosina, and the Hulk, Camden Clark. 1 rider all by themselves down the last straightaway is the 123 ride. That's Danger Rosino. Dylan gets the win. And Rhett Ramos for Reno Racing will grab that 2 spot and check into an 8th main event. All right, Moto 441 on the track right now. Meeks, Bidwell, and Loving. Eight-year-old intermediates out there right now. Like I said, Moto 441. We have 56 riders in the 8 intermediate class today. They are flying. Through the 3rd straight they go. They're pulling away. I got the top 2 riders. Moving fast, my man in red, maybe on Red Racing, the beast, Bane Bidwell. I'm going by the color of his jersey. Could I be correct? Probably not. And down around they go. Looks like it's going to be. It is. It is Bidwell for on Red Racing. Bidwell gets the win. The 81, Loving grabs that 2 spot. 442. I got the Trooper, Paxton Elder, Slow-Mo, Brodo Dotson, and Racing Jason Chernus. We got a heater for that top spot. The boys hit that last turn, and down around they fly. Got the 1-7 on top. That's Slow-Mo, Brodo for On 2 Wheels. On 2 Wheels gets the win, and the Trooper grabs that 2 spot. 9-year-old intermediates coming at me fast. The 180 on top, that's the mouth, Jacob Randall, and the 5-4 ride of Fletcher. More Niners on the track, Penny, Sullivan, Schirkenbach, and Roach. Everyone on the move right now as they come flying down to that last turn. 2 more spots here in 8th main events for the 9-year-old intermediate class. They're on the gas. They're coming back at us. The 4-9's about to get the win. Penny picks it up with the 6-6 and the 2. That's Schirkenbach. Penny, Schirkenbach, 1 and 2. Sweet Dream's going to round them off. Hale, Schmid, McElwee, and King. 31's bikes running the show. That's Colt 45, 2 spots going to go to the 944 bike of Julian King. Helps, Dallaire, McDonald, and Horrell. Through the 4 straight, we roll Moto 446. All 3 of them come flying back at, or 3 riders come flying back at me. You got triple digits on the top, or 5-9 on the top spot. That's Dallaire. The 90 bike in the 2 spot is Horrell. So Dallaire and Stinky are moving on. Cheatham, Hoop, Bell Richard, and Devours. 14 on top, maybe the 44 on top. Yes, 74, wow. Cheatham and the 70 bike, Bell Richard. 1 and 2. Scott, Rutherford, Campbell, and Woods. Moto 448 down the last straightaway. The rider on top right here has got the 3-2 on his bike. That's James Campbell with the win. I got Clutch Woods rocking that 2 spot for the train wreck crew. Campbell and Woods, 1 and 2. Walter, Glassford, Dillman, and Colston. I got Colston on the top spot down to the last turn. He flies. The 118's looking for a ticket to an 8th main event. He's about to pick it up. Braden Colston will be moving on. Rider in that 2 spot's going to be the 78 ride. That's the Thrill, Will Dillman. 450 on the track right now. Down into the Tulsa turn, they roll. I got the ringer, Leighton Waller, the Nate Dogg, Nathaniel Corrales, Reese, PC Kirby, and Speed Bee, Beckett Cheney. Our top rider's got that hot pump rolling down into turn 3 right here. Down through the 4 straightaway they go, putting the pump over the double right here, making his way down to the last turn. That cat is going to be the 84 bike of the ringer, Leighton Waller. Firewater Barbecue going to get the win right here in the 66 bike. A Nate Dogg Corliss for Dead Set Racing is also moving on. Farr, Jollins, and Welty coming back at us down this last straight. All 3 of them 1 in here right now, but the 4-3's getting done. Zach Jollins. I got the 1-5 on the outside. That's Welty. Jollins and Welty, 1 and 2. Hall, Santos, and Nosbush out there. You got a Gold Cup plate in that 2 spot, but it's the 119 of Santos on top. Fetty Stay Ready is going to grab that 2. Altman, Harth, Castro, and Stanton. I got Rylan Altman on the top spot. The 25 is checking out. 2 spots going to the Gold Cup 3 of Castro, 1 and 2. The 10 intermediate boys going to 8th main events. Moto 454, Arometer, Saba, Groom, and Crane. Gold Cup plate running the show. Got to be Alex Arometer for the Damaging crew out of New York. Arometer down the last straightaway. He gets it done on the 1. The 2 spots going to the 38 ride of the K-Dog. Arometer and the K-Dog, 1 and 2. We are missing a purple radio, bike number 54. We're missing a purple radio, bike number 54. 456 down the last straightaway. Got the 33 on top right here. The 33 in the F. As I went too fast in Moto 45. Edenloff and Robar, 1 and 2. We are missing a purple radio, bike number 54. The 12 bike on top is Case and Ricks. Ricks gets the win. The 760 puts up a huge manual and also checks out Ricks and Stewart, 1 and 2. Brown, Grimes, and McCoy. Going to be Brown on top. The shooter, Archer Brown, get it done for the Pack BMX crew. The 4-2 is moving on with a 6-8 of Grimes. Brown and Grimes, uno and dos. 458 is your moto number. I got the Sly Fox, Owen Wagner. I got Caleb Glista and Eli Hughes. Down that last straight, the 1-4 is Glista for Gold Coast. Gold Coast gets it done. The 5-3 in the 2 spot is the Sly Fox, Glista and Wagner. Moving on. Trejo, Frattini, and Ibarra. Got to be Ibarra on top. Santiago flying down to that Waterford gear with the 66 of Shake and Bake Frattini for the American Soldier Network. Waterford and ASN 1-2. Barbet, Harves, and Holloway. Rider on top is the 88 ride for Black Crown. That's Barbet. I got the 45 in the 2 spot of Harves for Edge Racing. The 88 and the 45, 1-2. 461 is your moto number. Helmer, Franklin, and Bonzo. Your 10 intermediates out there right now. We had 49 riders in the class today. They're still rocking and rolling down this last straightaway right here. The 80 bike, the wild card, and the 7.6 bike of Lane and Bonzo. Franklin and Bonzo, 1-2. Oh, yeah, Moto 462 down around the first turn and rocking through that second straightaway right here. Got Gonzalez, Bishop, Schnepp, and Steffenhagen. Looks like we got Black Crown colors on top. That could only be Kai Gonzalez, the 49 bike, coming out of Louisiana. Black Crown colors putting the pump down right in that 2 spot's got the hair flying. Might be Bora in that 2 spot. The Gold Cup 2, the 4.9 in the Gold Cup 2 going 1 and 2. Trying to catch a number out there. Looks like it's the N bike in the 2 spot. Looks like it's Levi Matthew Bishop in the 2. Coming back at me. The 2.6 and the 4.9. Schnepp and Gonzalez. .463 on the track. Slingshot, Road Rash, Bender, and Ferry. 3 riders down to the last turn. 2 spots available here in the quarter main event for the 11-year-old intermediate crew. Flying fast at us is the 5.50. That's Slingshot. 2 spots going to the 2.70 of Ferry. Martin, Ferry, 1-2. .464 around the last turn right now. I got 2 digits on top. It's the 33 ride. That's Corbin Davidson. Davidson with the 9 bike of Yanez will be checking out a Moto 464. I'm taking the 102 and the 224. Foreign and Barker are moving on out of Moto 465. Down into turn 3 we fly with Moto 466. More 11-year-old intermediates. Big Money Casinger, Dorito Emerson, Red Devil McReynolds, and small but mighty Kai Cootie. Triple digits on top. Going to be the 158 of Big Money. Big Money going to grab the win right here. 2 spots going to go to the 23 ride of Small but Mighty, Big Mighty, and Cootie, 1 and 2. 467 is your moto number. Wilhelm, Giglio, Curly, and Green. We got American flag colors on the top spot right here, putting the pump on. Going to be the 226 ride of Chase Mode with the 27 ride of Green, Curly, and Green. Moving on. .11-year-old intermediates down around the last turn. Travis, Howell, and Hart. I got 3 riders out there, but only 2 more spots available. Dylan Howell gets it done. He gets the win here in round 2. 2 spots going to go to the 6 bike of Amelia Travis. .469, 12-year-old intermediates. Rider on top is the 6.7 of the Cheetah. The Cheetah gets the win. Brinzilla grabs the 2. They will go to 8th main events in the 12 intermediate class. 470 on the track now. Mulkey, McDonald, Newby, and Lackey. Man, they're getting fast for some intermediates, I'll tell you that. Flying back at us is the 29 ride of Mayhem Mulkey. Mulkey gets the win. The 206 sits down and holds on. Dominic Newby. 471 on the track right now. Thompson, Bajorquez, Johnson, and Fulp. Down the last straight, I got the 69 right on top. That's Johnson. Johnson grabs the top spot. The 95 in the 2 spot is Fulp. Johnson, Fulp, 1-2. Motzer, Lovell, Hernandez, and Marshall. They're rolling hot down into the last turn right here. Here they come. Moto 472. Everyone's coming back at us right now. The 85 jumps to the top spot. That's Lovell. Lovell gets the win. The Gold Cup 2 is the Method Man. Egan Motzer. Lovell, Motzer. 1-2. 473. That's right. 473's on the track right now. Dixon, Wise, Ball, and Face. I got two cats turning and burning in the last turn. They're going to put the pump over the double right here. I'm taking the 5-0 and the 3-1. Face and Ball for S Squared Colorado and Poor Boy BMX. Checking out. Woods, DeRusso, Galvin, and Setzer. 5-4 on top right now. That's Robert DeRusso for Hack Shack all the way from California. Going to get the win here in the second round. The 3-1's the A-Bomb, Ariel Setzer for SNR Racing out of Oklahoma. .475 on the track. Stevenson, Jewell, Dahlia, and Drasser. The 9.72 and the 9.54. Stevenson and Jewell, 1 and 2. 4.76 down on that last turn. DJ Rosenthal, Ashlyn Florid, Landon Johnson, and Mason Berry. The A-bike on top. That's Berry getting the win. The 41 in the 2 spot. That's Florian. And this is Moto 477. Coming down to the last turn right now. More 12 intermediates going to 8th main events. There was 54 riders in this class today. We got a Gold Cup plate on top. That's Grable for the Power FX Speedco crew. The 46 in the 2 spot is the Cookie Monster. Going to go 1 and 2.
Thirteen-year-old intermediates on the track coming back at me. 127 ride. Got to be Archer Penny. Penny going to get it done on the 155 ride. Of J-Dub Williams going to pick up that 2 spot and move on out of Moto 478. 479 is the moto number coming back at me right there. Got to be Ankrum. Going to get it done on the 1-7 bike. Going to pick up that 2 spot. That's Beckman. Out of Moto 479. 480 is the moto number in and out of turn number 1. They're rolling. Oh, yeah. I got Dunnigan, Daves, English, and Odell. Looking for 2 riders moving on this time around. 13-year-old intermediates on the track. We got quarter main events for these cats. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Down that long back straightaway. We're going to get in and out of turn number 3. Man in black on the attack, getting it done on the 1. I'm looking for 2 riders this time around. 480 is the moto number coming at me. 170 ride. Got to be Dave's. Going to get it done on the 112 bike. Actually comes by at the line, but English and Dave's both moving on to a quarter main event. How about Marks, Brown, Alexander, and Pendergraph? On the turn for home, Pendergraph. 32 ride. Going to get it done with the 39 ride of Noah Marks. Killinger, Rogers, Kasnovich, and Bertling looking for 2 more 13-year-old intermediates moving on to a quarter main event. 5th rack of 7 coming at me right here. 21 and the 35. Rogers and Kasnovich. 483 is the moto number in and out of turn number 3. Got to be Celerio Nateras, Faring, and Ibarra looking for 2 on the turn for home. Triple digits coming back at me right there. Going to be the 1, 2, 3, and the 25. Hey, Mr. Celerio Materas, there is no National 123. Please get a white background with a black number before tomorrow's 8th quarter main event. Again, Mr. Celerio Materas, white background, black numbers. Coming back at me right there. Going to be the 28 and the 32. Jones and Hill moving on out of 484. 45 is the moto number on the track now. Turning the page, 14-year-old intermediate looking for 2 riders moving on to a quarter main event. In and out of turn number 4, back to the stripe. 47 ride on the top side. Got the 1 Hyundai bike going to get in there on that 2 spot. That's Svensson and Kohler. Espinoza, Bridges, Harris, and Lee. More 14-year-old intermediates on the turn for home. 15 ride. Getting it done right there. Got to be Bridges. Bridges and the Rock 1 of Hunter Lee. Kurz, Fowler, Mooring, and Martin. third rack of 14-year-old intermediates. Got 7 racks of these cats coming at you on a Thursday evening. In and out of the Tulsa turn, they're going to roll. Oh, yeah. I'm looking for 2 riders. Lead ride on the breakaway as they stretch it out down that back straightaway. Let's go short shoot racing as they turn for home. Coming back in my direction. Pretty nice manual right there, laying it down. The 88 ride going to get it done with the 33 ride, Martin and Fowler. At a 487, 488 is the moto number. More 14-year-old intermediates on the track with Rister, Cisney, and Scott. D ride on the top side. Got to be Scott Cisney. Going to get it done on the 1. The Gold Cup 2 of Matthew Scott. Going to pick up the 2. Cisney and Scott. At a 488, 489 is the moto number. How about Himmelgarn, Nickham, and Carlos? Gold Cup 1 on the 1. Got to be the main man, Nickham. Nickham side by side back to the stripe. 61 ride going to win that drag race. That's Himmelgarn. At a 489, 490. How about Honeycutt, Schwarzentruber, and Vanderspool? Oh, yeah. Taking it down that back straightaway. I got 3 riders in the mix. I got 2 spots and a quarter main up for grabs. Who's got the gas? Who's got the go fast as they go short shoot race? And man in black on the attack. He's going to go up and under, try and take it over. 47 and the 29. Coming back at me in a hurry. 29 ride will get the win. 47 will pick up that second transfer spot. Last rack of 14-year-old intermediates in and out of turn number 3 with Randolph, Crow, and Suter. Top 2 moving on to that quarter. Main event on a Friday morning in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Coming back at me right here. The 232 and the 45. Hey, Suter. There is no nag 232. White background. Gold Cup 3 and a 16 going to be moving on. That's Hicks and Svoboda at a 492. 493 is the moto number on the track. How about Phillips, Miller, School Fagan, and Daves? Top 2 going on to a 15 intermediate quarter main event there in and out of the 4th turn. Back to the stripe. 180 ride going to get it done on the 169 ride. Going to pick up that 2 spot. Miller and Phillips. Dropped one off in turn number 1, but that's 495 is the moto number. 494 going to go short shoot racing right now with Mulkey, Klunenberg, Pochup, and Cahalan. 26 and the 51. Klunenberg and Cahalan moving on out of moto 494. 495 is the moto number. 15-year-old intermediates Young, Schaub, McMillan, and Brown. 84 ride, got to be Carter Schwab, going to get it done on the 1. The 112 ride of Devin McMillan comes back on the 2. 496 is the moto number in and out of the Tulsa turn. Down that back straightaway with Volsky, Herman, Picard, and Mock. Looking for 2 this time around as they go single file in and out of that 3rd turn, going short shoot racing. I got room for 2. Battle's going to be on the 2 spot. Lead ride, turning and burning back to the line. 65 ride on the top side with the 12 ride in tow. Those are your transfers out of 496. 497 is the moto number. How about Brumlow, Charping, and English? Looking for 2 more riders going to a 15-year-old intermediate quarter main event. 2 riders getting in and out of turn number 3. Turn number 4 coming back at me. 65 and the 55. Got to be Brumlow and Charping at a 497. 498 is the moto number. More 15-year-old intermediate Zink, Scott, and Bradley. I'm looking for 2 this time around. 37 ride, the terrible Bradley going to get it done with a little style, and the 51 ride and Noah Zink. Reimer, Duncan, Page. Looking for 2 more riders going on to that 15 intermediate quarter main event. Last rack of 15 eyes, they turn for home. Down that last straightaway with the 159 ride, Boogie Page going to get it done with the 53 bike of Country Reimer. 16 intermediates, Keelan, Clark, Roan, and McVicker. Looking for 2 this time around. Short shoot racing down that back straightaway. In and out of turn number 4, Gold Cup 1 on the 1. Got to be Aiden Roan. And the 70 ride of McVicker. Kelly, Pruce, Mullins, Cushenberry. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Two more 16-year-old intermediates going to us Friday semi-main event. 68 ride, going to get it done on the 1. The 33 ride comes back on the 2. That's Super Cooper Kelly and Trey Pruce. Kirby Velasquez, Goldfarb. Oh, here we go. Got to be the big block. I don't have to see a number plate to recognize that cat. Kirby going to get it done on the 1. Battle on that 2 spot. 8 ride of Goldfarb out of 5:02. 5:03 is the moto number. How about Bonsall, Miguel, Hoover, Kennedy, and Blue. 17, 20-year-old intermediate, 23 ride. Going to get it done with the 45. They're both going straight to the show out of 5:03. 5:04, I'm looking for 2 more riders going to that 17, 20 intermediate main event. Dropped one off down that front straightaway. Here we go. Gallegos, Colby, Waldrop, Gent, and Cheerley. Back to the stripe. Liberty Colors going to get it done. That's the 67 and the 45. Waldrop for Dark Horse Racing and Gallegos on that 2 spot. Those are your transfers out of 5:04. Checking on Taylor Colby over on that front straightaway. Main event up for grabs right here. Rock 1 on the 1. He's got the gas and the go fast as they go downtown, but it looked like the 21 ride of Spruce. Gonna go up and under and take this one over. I got Spruce on the 1. Savolier on that 2 spot. Down that back straightaway, we're gonna roll in and out of the Tulsa turn. Still Spruce on the top side. Savolier trying to get in his hip pocket as they slowly inch away down that back straightaway. They're rolling. Top 2 moving on to us Friday. Main event in 21, 25-year-old intermediate. Spruce and Savolier going to take him in and out of the 4th turn, coming back to the line. Those are your transfers, Spruce and Savolier. At a 5:05. 5:06 is the moto number, getting in and out of turn number 3 with Shonis, Brannon, and Anders. Top 2 going to the show. Let's turn and burn out of number 4, back to the line. 1. Fitty ride, going to get it done on the 1. The 213 picks up the 2. That's Brannon and Shonis. At a 5:06. 5:07 is the moto number, 26, 35-year-old intermediates. 2 riders moving on to a semi-main event. I got the T ride on the top side, Gold Cup 1 on the 2. My pair of Gold Cup riders moving on, and Weber and Carragher at a 5:07. 5:08 is the moto number. How about Schmid, Bernhardt, Navalvanko, and Schenkel on the turn for home. 142 ride. Got to be Benhart getting it done on the 1. Gold Cup 3 ride. A Schmidt will pick up the 2. At a 5:08. 5:09 down that back straightaway with Sensel, Whitehead, Moe, and Davis. More 26, 35-year-old intermediates. Last ride of these cats. Lead ride on the turn for home. 2:01 ride. Got to be Josh Moe. Mo will get it done. Oh, lost one down the last straight. We lost two. 22 ride getting in there on that 2 spot. Mo and Davis are moving on. We'll check on Whitehead and Sensel. 36 40-year-old intermediates on the turn. 74 ride. Got to be Jeffrey Dahl. Dahl and the 19 ride of Anthony D'Antonio. 511 is the moto number down the back straightaway with McElwee, Weiss, Epperson, and Blackburn. Top 2 moving on to that quarter main event as they turn for home. 232 ride on the top side. He's going to get it done. Elride going to come back on that 2 spot. Got a moto 511. Hey, I want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to Billy and Dawn Robbins. I know they're out there listening on the World Wide Web. Happy Thanksgiving, Billy and Dawn. Look forward to seeing you folks as we head to Okehele BMX in January to resume the Florida State Series. And a week later, the national train will roll into town. 512 is the moto number as they head down that front straightaway. Oh, yeah. Galeta, Segara, Charping, and Foster. Gold Cup 2 ride. Got to be Foster getting it done on the 1. I got Charping on that 2 spot. In and out of turn number 2 down that 3rd straightaway. Segara on the 3. Going to be Galeta on the 4. But right now it's all the fat man Foster. And, hey, that's on the moto sheet. I didn't call him fat. I just read a name, so. He put it on the moto sheet, so we'll say it out loud. The fat man going to get it done on the 1. Foster's moving on with Mr. Charping. Got a 5-1-2. 513 is the moto number on the track right now. More 36 40-year-old intermediates with Bronson, Mercer, Askew. Top 2 going to that quarter. Main event. On the turn for home, 7:27 ride. Going to get it done. That's Bronson and the double deuces of the Tiger King, Askew. Simon, Smith, Meade, last rack of 36 40-year-old intermediates. Lead ride in and out of turn number 4. Got to be Chris Simon. Simon going to get it done with the 156 of the Moose, Justin Meade. 41 45-year-old intermediates, Fowler, McCollum, Bacosa, and Parker. Lead 2 riders on a breakaway right there. Nobody's catching those cats as long as Shiny Side stays upright. Pack Racing colors. Got to be Joshua the Trailer Parker. Parker going to get it done on the 138 ride of Jeff Fowler. Will pick up that 2 spot at a 5:15. 516 is the moto number on the track right now. Looking for 2 more riders going to that 41-45 intermediate quarter. Main event, 113 ride. Got to be Scott Johnson. Johnson and the Rock 1 of Jeremy Crow. At a 516. McCoy, Madden, Leaper, Madden. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm looking for 2 riders moving on to a 41-45 intermediate quarter. Main event. Dropped one off over in turn number 1. So what you see is what you got down the back straightaway. Gold Cup color sitting on that 2 spot. Got to be Madden. Lead ride. Man in black on the attack right now. He's going to take him in and out of turn number 3 down that short chute. They're going to roll. Oh, yeah. On the turn for home. Coming back at me. 99 ride. Timmy Leaper going to get it done on the 1. The Gold Cup 2 ride of Joseph Madden will pick up the 2. At a 5:17, 5:18 as the beat goes on. More 41-45 intermediates. How about Machucci, Watson, and Bly? Top 2 will move on this time around. They're in and out of the Tulsa turn, rolling down that back straightaway, single file style. Looks like we've got our running order sorted out as they go short chute racing. 3 spot. Trying to get in the mix as they turn for home. Coming back at me. We're side by side on that 2 spot. 17 ride. Going to lock it down on the 1. Drag racing back to the stripe. 46 ride. Crashing Chris McCucci. Goes on with Joe Watson. How about Rogers, Cohn, and Yost? 121 ride. Got to be Steve Yost. Going to get it done on the 1 with the 28 bike of Andrew Cohen. What a 5:19. 5:20 is the moto number 50. 46 50-year-old intermediates with Steverson, Laskowicz, Quimby, and Zurich. C-Ride, got to be good time. Stevenson getting it done. Steverson on the 1. Steverson and the 119 of Zurich. Byington, Carroll, Cranfield. 2 more riders moving on to a quarter main event. 46 50-year-old intermediates. 521 is your moto number. 368 ride and the 165. Carroll and Cranfield. How about Hill, McMillan, and Appleman? Let's take them down that back straightaway. I'm looking for 2 riders moving on to that 46 50-year-old intermediate quarter main event. 3rd of 6 racks coming at me right here. Pitbull Pete Appleman going to get it done on the 153 and the 136 53 ride of Mad Dog Hill. Moving on with Pitbull Pete. Man, oh man, it's like a dog kennel out there. 21 ride, Hanson. Going to pick up that top spot out of 523. 253 ride, and Matthew King will pick up the 2. 524 is your moto number. How about Miller, Eaton, and Hop? Looking for 2 this time around as they turn for home. Coming back at me. Hop, man on the move out of that 2 spot. Eaton running the show. Eaton and Hop. Hop comes by at the line. They're both moving on out of 524. 525 is the moto number. How about Saunders, Barnes, and James? Heading down the short chute on the turn for home. Coming back in my direction. 201 ride. Got to be stretched. James. James on the 1. Jason Saunders on the 2. Those are your transfers out of 525. 526 is the moto number. 51, 55-year-old intermediates. Kilpatrick, Milligan, Eccles, and Johnson. First rack of 6 in and out of turn number 4. 62 ride. Got to be Kilpatrick. 76 ride of Johnson. Go 1 and 2. Hernandez, Pyle, Tulin, and Blackstock. 2 more spots up for grabs. 527 is the moto number as they head down the short chute in and out of turn number 4. Side by side on that top side. 80 ride of Pyle. Going to get it done with the 83 ride of Blackstock. 528 is the moto number as they roll it down that back straightaway. Smith, Van Auken, and Burke. 3rd of 6 racks of the 51-55 intermediates. Down that short chute. In and out of turn number 3. Turn number 4, I should say. Back to the line. 69 and the 30. That'll be Burke and Van Auken. Somebody's a little excited, weren't they, Charlie? 529 is the moto number on the track. 4th rack of 51, 55-year-old intermediates on the turn for home. Red line colors running the show. Oh, yeah. Going to be the 31 and the 78. 78 ride of Daniel Scott. Dude's living in Chicago, man. He got those bars almost all the way over the front hub. Jennings, Graham, Sly on the turn for home. I see the grand dude on the 2. 30 ride of Graham and the grand dude are moving on. Out of 5-3-0. 531 is the moto number. How about Woolery, Brock, and Payne? Gold Cup colors on the turn. Got to be Tommy P. Payne going to get it done on the 1. The 40 ride of Cadillac Brock on that 2 spot. 56 and over intermediates. Oh, yeah, I got 6 racks of these cats. How about Taylor, Nolan, Bowman, Sonderup on the turn for home. Sonderup getting it done on the 1, but everybody's after that lunch money. Sonderup in the 76. 79 of Sonderup, 76 of Taylor. Rock 1 on the 1. Coming back at me. Got to be Fritzmeyer and the Gold Cup 1 of Limbach. Pair of 1s at a 533, 534. How about Gallen, Starkey, Cly. 2 more spots in that 56 and over intermediate quarter. Main event up for grabs right here. 26, 316, 312 ride, and the 26. There we go. Gallen and Starkey at a 534. 535 is the moto number with Edwards, Hess, Ludy. Coming back at me with the 109 ride. Got to be the road biker Hess. Hess is going to get it done with the 54 ride. of Louis Ludi, Lorman, Hafke, Richard, in and out of the third turn down that short chute. We're going single file. I got 3 riders, 2 spots to be decided right here. 56 and the 67. Hafke and Lorman. How about Kohler, Schroeder, Villegas? Single file down that back straightaway. They're going to roll. Oh, here we go. Look like Schroeder running the show on the 82 ride, but everybody wants some of that lunch money. I got Liberty Colors of Kohler on the 2. Schroeder and Kohler are moving on out of 5:37. Well, that's it for the intermediates, Charlie. Welcome to the Girls Club. Oh, I got 5 and under young ladies on the track on a Thursday night in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Pisciata, Jones, Shales, Novi. Top 2 going to the show as they're in and out of turn number 3. Coming back in my direction, Tiny Tykes and their little bikes, Gold Cup colors, running the show. Gold Cup 1 on the 1. Got the 11 bike. Here comes the Nag 8 back to the line. The 11 ride will hold on and move on. Shells and Novi at a 5:38. 5:39. How about Sav, Luo, Moore, and Benford? 2 more riders going straight to the big show tomorrow night here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Pink Bike Sight got it going on as she's in and out of that 4th turn coming back to the stripe. 13 ride of Benford. The Boss is moving on with the 31 ride of Sav. Benford and Sav, the 13 and the 31. So even if you're dyslexic, a good chance you got those 2 transfers. Farley, Johnson, Fong, Sessa, Morrison. 11 ride, got to be Sessa, the JoJo Bean, and Danny Morrison. Couple of Florida girls moving on out of Moto 5-4-0. Back to the racing action. 541 is the moto number. Leaper, Lakeberg, Spears, and Mode. Tiny Tykes, Tiny Bikes. The little Garamit's going to get in and out of the Tulsa turn. Oh, yeah. Who's got the gas and the go fast as they head down that back straightaway? Trying to get away on a Thursday night. We're single file style. Battles on that 2 spot. Lead rider starting to move away down that back straightaway. We're going to get in and out of turn number 3. Oh, I dropped one off down the back straight. So I got 3 riders left in the mix for those 2 transfer spots to a semi. Main event, back to the line with the 24 ride. Lakeberg and the 43 of Emmy Spears. 5:42. How about Sunday? Pangione, Montgomery, and Brenly. Taking them down that short chute. I got Speed Coet Power FX colors running the show on the turn for home. Oh, man. Nag 11 and the 4 ride. That was Sunday and Pangione at a 5:42. 5:43 is the moto number on the track now. 7-year-old girls this time around with Chadwick, Nees, Welty, and Shepard. Rolling it down that second straightaway, starting to sort things out. Single file style as they're in and out of the Tulsa turn. 2 young ladies moving on to a 7 girls semi. Main event down the back straightaway. They're going to roll. Little Tykes and their little bikes. Who's got the giddy up? Who's got the go-go as we turn and burn in and out of that third turn down the short chute. They're rolling single file style on the turn room. Top 2. looking like this. Coming back at me. Going to be the Nag 10 of Skittles Chadwick. Chadwick and the 66 of Shepherd. Reeves, Frazier, Hardy, got to be the attitude. Getting it done on the 1. When she's got on the 2-2, it's all business. Hardy running the show. Got the Gold Coast rider. Oh, yeah, Frazier in the hip pocket. Hardy, Frazier, Reeves. 1, 2, 3 as they head down that short chute race. And Hardy trying to hold that inside line. Gold Coast colors looking for a little clean air. Bringing it back to the line. CNAG 1 will slide by. That's Frazier, the 91 rider. Hardy picks up the 2 on a 5:44. 5:45, Donnell, Evans, and Roden. More 7-year-old girls. Third of 3 racks. Coming at me right now. Top 2, moving on to that semi. Main event. Nag 4 ride, Ride or Die, Evans, and the 12 ride of Bundles, Roden. Anna Hop, Moto 607, is 70 years old today. Happy birthday, Anna Hop. 9 bike, World 5 ride. Make that the World 6 ride. How about Dempsey and Leaper? Gonzalez, Zimmerman, Edmonds, Walgren. Last turn race in action. Getting it done on the green machine. Nag 10 ride. Got to be Reagan Edmonds. And the 6 ride of Gonzalez for the 09 crew out of 5:47. 5:48 is the moto number with Colston, Adams, Swissman. Looking for 2 riders moving on to that 8-year-old girls quarter. Main event, 3rd rack of 5. Coming at me right here as they're in and out of turn. Number 4 down the last straightaway with the lead ride, 44 ride. Got to be Mia Colston. Colston and the Gold Cup 2 of Swissman are both moving on. More 8-year-old girls on the track. It's Sunday. Sandman and Hawkinson. Oh, yeah. I got Sandman, Hawkinson battling for that top spot as they make the turn for home. Coming back at me, 2 ride on the top side. Got to be Hannibal Hawkinson. Hawkinson and the Gold Cup 1 ride of Rory Sunday. Nope. Sorry, that was the 44. I really messed that one up. Sorry about that. That was Sandman and Hawkinson. What? Huh? World 3, Gold Cup 1. Hart and Gonzalez out of 5:50. Yeah, okay. Oh, Palamaki, that's what that was. Gotcha. 8 and the 2 ride coming back right there. World 8 ride of Shepherd, 2 ride of Guadalupe Segura out of 5:51. 5:52, how about Slattery, Anderson, Nicholas, and Ireland? Well, yeah, that's the one. World 5 ride. Got to be Ruru. Going to get it done with the Gold Cup 1 of the Bull. 553 is the moto number. How about Montgomery? Neineke and Hawes. SeaTac colors. Got to be Momo Montgomery on the 1. Gold Cup 2 ride. Neineke going to get that 2 spot out of 553. 554 last rack of 9-year-old girls. Marshall, Rush, Lamelli. Lamelli got the Sharks colors out on point as they turn for home. Coming back at me, the real deal. Going to lock it down with the 7 ride of the Meatball. Out of 554. 555 is the moto number. 10-year-old girls on the track. Ussery, Plappert, Gray, Helton. Coming back at me, Nag colors on the top side there. Got to be the Crazy Cat Gray and the G ride of Helton. Spannel, Elliton, Wallace, Farrell. 1 ride running the show. Got the Nag 3 ride on the 2. So that was the Pistol, Wallace, and Peyton Spannel out of 556. Coming back at me right there, 3 and the Gold Cup 2. 3 in the Nag 2, I'm sorry. Nag 2, I said Gold Cup. Vescuso and Welburn. 10-year-old girls. Nag 9, District 1. Ratzliff and Gannon out of 558. 559 coming at me right now. Morlotta, Fields, Dotson. Nag 14 and the 4. Morlotta and Fields out of 559. 560 is the moto number 11-year-old girls on the turn room. Gold Cup 1 on the 1. Got to be the Twisted Sister Kelly. And the 6 ride of the Mad Dog Jason. Kanishik, Larson, Vanderhayden, and Kanowitz. Coming back in my direction, 2 riders going to the 11-year-old girls quarter main event. Going to be the 9 and the 4 ride this time around with Kanowitz and Kanishik. Transfers brought to you by the letter K. Hover, Ramirez, Dawson, Redberg. 2 more 11-year-old girls moving on to a quarter main event. 3 ride, got to be Meatloaf Dawson. And the 18 ride of Annalie Ramirez out of 562. 563 more 11-year-old girls with McCain, White, Nelson, and Forbes. Top 2 going on to that quarter main event as they turn and burn back to the line. Nag 5, the Killer Bee Nelson, and the Gold Cup 2 ride. Mayhem McCain, Burnsworth, Ambrosiak, Schneider, Stocks. Looking for 2 more riders going to that 11-year-old girls quarter main event. Coming back at me, LSG Syndic Colors, World 5 and the 13 ride, Stocks and Ambrosiak. 565 is your moto number on the track. This time around it's Weiss, Pautier, Ferris, and Gabois. Gold Cup 1 and the 3 ride, Ferris and Pautier. At a 565, 566. How about Dahl, Phillips, Pringle, and Carrero? Oh, here we go. In and out of turn number 4. Coming back at me right there. Got to be the Rum Bum. 14 ride. Got to be Carrero. Getting it done on the 1. Gold Cup 2 ride. There's the Rum Bum Pringle on the 2 spot out of 566. Trudel, Case, Felser. 2 more riders going to that 12 girls quarter main event. 5 ride getting it done right there. Got to be Trudel on the 1. 1 ride. Felser picks up that 2 spot out of 567. 568 is the moto number 12-year-old girls on the track. 2 riders to a quarter main event. Barnes, Aguirre, Novak. On the turn for home, Nag Colors. Got to be Zoe Boogie Barnes and the 5 ride of Aguirre for the HRP crew are moving on out of 568. 569 is the moto number Baker, Denton, McCrae. Seeing nothing but daylight on the turn for home. Got to be Sailor Denton. Denton going to get it done on the 1 with the 3 ride of the Mad Dog Baker. Watson, Brown, Macias. Looking for 2 more riders going to that 12-year-old girls quarter main event. In and out of turn number 4 down that last straightaway with the 2 ride, Mary Hollis Watson. Going to get it done on the 1, the 6, and the 11. The 6 will win that drag race. Fly Ride Brown is moving on. 571, Lazaraga 12-year-old girls. Backman, Roberts, Waddell. CNAT 8 ride. Got to be Lily Backman. Backman and the 7 ride of Waddell. 13-year-old girls in and out of turn number 3 with Navarro, Hale, Waldrop, and Brindley. Top 2 moving on to a quarter main event. We started the day with 35 riders in the mix. Addison Brindley going to get the ace, the Gold Cup 2 ride of Hope Navarro picks up the 2 for the LSG crew. How about Tilly, Olson, Marvin, and Walski? Looking for 2 more riders going on to that quarter main event. They're in and out of turn number 3, heading down the short chute. Lead ride coming back in my direction. Nag 11, got to be tongue out Tilly. Going to get it done on the 1. The 11, the L ride of Walski picks up that 2. Smith, Rodriguez, Tilly, Wenzel. 2 more riders moving on to a 13 girls quarter main event. They're in and out of turn number 3 down that last straightaway. We're going to roll. Coming back at me, 23 ride. Got to be the Fearsome Tiger Smith and the 8 ride of Sophia Wenzel. Doing it for the Alto crew out of 574. 575, 13-year-old girls on the track with Gaylor, Keener, Higgins, Campbell. Top 2 moving on. Got to be Gaylor, the boss, going to get it done with 7 bike. Just making sure it wasn't a 1. Thank you. Keener, Gaylor, both moving on there. 576. How about Holt, Pierce, Helt, and Eardman? Factory sended LSG colors. Getting it done on the 1. Got to be the G ride of Eardman. And the 1 ride of Kit Kat Holt. Out of 576. 577 is your moto number. How about Cole, Starkey, Iverson? Top 2 moving on to that quarter main event as they're down that short chute. Going to turn and burn out of number 4, bringing it back to the stripe. Top spot ride, Nag 12 ride. Got to be Sunday Starkey. Starkey and the Nag 15 of Crazy Girl Cole. 578 is the moto number. Turning the page, 14-year-old girls. How about McDaniel, Turley, Riling, and Singleton? Oh, yeah. Here we go. First to 7 racks on the attack. Gold Cup colors. Got to be the Bullet Train Turley. Turley and the 1 ride of Singleton doing it for Biolab Box Racing. Carey, Crane, Anderson, Fink. Top 2 going to that quarter main event as they make their way in and out of turn number 4 with the 8 ride. On the top side, got to be Carey. Gold Cup 2 ride going to pick up the 2. Carey and Crane. Transfers brought to you by the letter C. Brown, Wolf, Longini. Looking for 2 more riders going to that 14 girls quarter. Main event, G-Ride. Got to be Longini. Somebody bring me some water. She's moving on with the 2 ride, Audrey Wolf. Out of 580. 581 is the moto number with Pierce, Miller, and Shaw. Got to be Pierce doing it for the Cyclecraft crew. Gold Cup 1 on the 1. Remix colors coming back on that 2 spot. That was the entertainer, Jenna Miller. 582. How about Meadows, Gallagher, Chambers? In and out of turn number 4, Nag 7 ride. Got to be the Alligator, Gallagher, and the 14 ride of Quincy Chambers. Marshall, Lacasse, and McMillan. Single file down the back straightaway. We're rolling. Lead ride on the breakaway. She's in and out of turn number 3 down the short chute. Lead rider coming back in my direction right now. 1 bike on the top side. Got to be Grace McMillan. Grace and the 6 ride of Ariel Lacasse are moving on out of 583. Lazarek and 14-year-old girls making their way down that back straightaway with Russell, Sweet, Reich. Top 2 moving on this time around. Gold Cup colors on the top side. Got to be the Heartbreaker Sweet. And the 24 ride of Russell out of 584. 585 is the moto number on the track. 15, 16-year-old girls. Martinez, Golden, Adair, and Brown. 4 ride, 1 ride. Going to go 1 and 2. That's going to be Adair and Godin. Out of 585. 586 is the moto number with Wiki, Luptic, Suey, and Horn. On the turn, Brome, 110% nutrition colors. Got to be Luptic. McKenna going to get it done with the 18 ride of Zoe Witwicky. Your Bannock, Gant, Gish, and Mackey. Top 2 moving on this time around. Coming back at me, 2 ride, E-Rod. Pair of 2s moving on there with Gish and Mackey out of 587. 588, LSG colors running on the top side. Pringle, Sweet, Duffy, Ford. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Got to be Peyton Duffy. Elrod got the Gold Cup 1. Little Hawaii Pringle. Hashtag be like Pringle because Leilani's moving on out of moto 588. 589 is the moto number. Foster, Christopherson, and Trulson. Top 2 moving on to an 8th main event as we got 49 riders in the mix today. 31 rides. So True Trulson going to get it done with the 3 ride of Christopherson out of 589. 590 is the moto number. Looking for Brostus, Wells, and Morgan. Nag 11 ride on the top side. Got to be Brostus and the Nag 15 ride of the Possum Wells. The 590, 591 is the moto number. More 15, 16-year-old girls. How about Meekum, Bolin, Reichel? In and out of last turn. Good battle on that 2 spot. 1 ride. Going to run the show. Mayhem Reichel going to get it done with the C ride of Macon, Bacon, Meekum. Thompson, Kettle, Giametti, Looking for 2 more riders going to that 15, 16-year-old girls. 8th main event. Back to the stripe with the nag 15. And the C-Nag 1, Thompson and Kettle. Sherrill, Leach, Kramer. Looking for 2 more riders in 15, 16-year-old girls on the turn for home. What you see is what you got. 4 ride, Kramer, 1 ride, Sherrill. Nope, 5 ride, sorry. Leach and Kramer are moving on there out of 593. 594 Claiborne Colors. Getting it done on the one. Got to be Lola Patillo. Patillo and the G ride of Isabella Meyer out of 594. 595 is the moto number with Flynn, Palmer, Brent, and James. Top 2 will move on to a quarter main event. Gordy's Colors going to lead them back in my direction. Getting it done, or S squared ride. Got to be the Gold Cup 1 Biolab ride. 5 bike Gold Cup 1 in the 5. So that was Palmer and Brent. Colby, Reed, Stofflet, Lindemann. Down the short chute, they're going to raise. Looking for 2 more ladies. Moving on to a 17-20. 8th main event. Biolab Colors going to get it done. That's the 5 ride. 3 bike over there on that 2 spot. Trinity Stofflet at a 596. 597 is the moto number more. 17-20 ladies. Oh, yeah. Here we go with Elder, Barrett, Chernus, and Dickey. Got to be Smiles Elder getting it done on the 1-7 ride. Dickey will pick up the 2. How about Seeley, Brosius, and Harris? More 17-20 ladies down that short chute. They're going to race it coming back in my direction. 2 riders moving on to a quarter. Main event, 7 ride. Got to be Brosius. Going to get it done on the 1. The C ride of Seeley on that 2 spot. Jordan, Shea, Cuss. Coming back in my direction. Top 2 moving on to that quarter main event. Got to be Shea. Getting it done on the 1. National Age Group 5 and your District 1 ride of the Mad Rabbit, Jordan. At a 599. 600. 600 is the moto number. 601. I dropped a couple off over in turn number 1. Somebody got to get up and get moving. Robeson, Walbert, dodging. 600 coming back at me. Nag 1 rod, Nag 9 rod, 6 and the 15, as that was a combined 600 and 601. Walbert dodging. Brink and Murphy are all moving on to a main event. 602 is the moto number. Like I said, I dropped 2 off over in turn number 1. They've picked up the pieces now and riding it out. Aiken, Anderson, and Peterson. I'm looking for 2 this time around. Savage Peterson was clean in and out of that first turn. She'll grab the first transfer spot. Second spot will go to the Fly Hydrogen ride, the 10 bike of Anderson. Farley, Irwin, and Warner down the back straightaway with the got to be the Sherry Bomb. Getting it done on the 1. I got Irwin on the top side. Farley on the 2 spot. Oh, my. What's Sherry going to do? She's running out on point with nobody to talk to. Coming back in my direction. Oh, Sherry, now you can talk. You've crossed the line. The Sherry Bomb's moving on with the 19 ride of Farley. Moto 603. 604 is the moto number. 41 50-year-old ladies on the track. Laura, Badaniak, Kugler, Dirks, and Harwick. There's Badaniak on the 1. The 9 ride going to come back on that 2 spot. That's the MOBA. Harwick moving on with Badaniak. 604. 605 is the moto number. Churhart, Ambrosiak, Latimer, Barry, Nag 15 and the 7. Ambrosiak and Latimer are moving on out of 605. 606. McDonough, Goebel, and Bliss. Knock, knock. Who's there? Gotta be Bliss. Oh, yeah. Laura getting it done on the 1 as she turns her home. There's reason to be blissful. Coming back at me right there. Knock, knock. It's moving on with Racing it back to the line, the Gold Cup 1 of Mobile Goble. And a 6:06, 6:07. How about Hopped, Allison, and Weston Nauer? Let's give Miss Kitty a hand down that back straightaway. Coming back at me right there, the 37 rider Allison, the Gold Cup 1, a Hop. And Miss Kitty Weston Nauer, our senior lady racer with USA BMX. Give this woman a hand as she comes down that last straightaway. Sometime this weekend, you give that woman a hug, and if you don't get a smile out of it, then you come see me because you don't have a pulse. CNAT 4 Bits and the 600 ride. Barkley are moving on. Barkley and Bitch transfers brought to you by the letter B out of 6:08. 6:09, Little Tykes, Little Bikes. How about 5 and under experts? Edwards, Ike, Eder, Sensel, and Beck. Top 4 moving on this time around. I got the 43, the Gold Cup 1, the 15, and the F. 43 ride was Edwards, the 1 ride of Eder, the 15 ride of Beck, and the F ride of Ike are all moving on out of 6:09. 6:10, looking for 2, Sandoval, Hansen, Shira, and Ross. 38 and the Rock 1, Sandoval and Ross the Boss out of 6:10. 6:11 is the moto number on the track. Kanishik, Norris, Elliton, and Miller. On the turn for home, 25 ride. Got to be the style points. Norris, and the 24 ride of Arizona Coda. Out of 6:11. 6:12 is the moto number. 7-year-old experts. Case, Andrade, Grable, Nunez. Side-by-side racing on the top side. Gold Cup 3. Got to be Dynamite Case. Case and the 41 ride of Grable. 6:13 is the moto number on the track this time around with Ussery, Sebesta, Mulhouse, and Baker. Top 2 moving on to that quarter. Main event, good battle on the 2 spot. Back to the line, 9 ride on the top side. Got to be Baker. 35 ride will separate. That'll be Ussery on the 2 out of 6:13. Taylor, Woolridge, James, Pan. Looking for 2 riders moving on to that 7 expert quarter main event. 31 ride. Got to be Aiden Pan. Pan going to get it done on the 1. Ten ride. Hold on to that 2 spot for now. $6.15 coming back at me with Priest, Faircatch, D'Imperio, and Emerson. Nag 13, Nag 11. That's the DJ Lethal and Jumpin' Jacks out of 6:15. 6 bike, okay. So it was the 6 bike back in 6:14, not the 10, the 6, and the 31. Coming back at me right here, I got the 5 and Nag 7. Baxter and Hicks are moving on out of 6:16. 6:17 is the moto number with Homer, Zion, Huddleston, Adams. Last turn race in action, 13 ride, the mismatch. Merzion going to get it done on the 1. 6 ride will come back on the 2. That's Adams. Out of 6:17. 6:18 is the moto number more. 7-year-old experts with Fernandez, Mendoza, Tackett, and Monosmith. Back to the line with the 48 ride. Fernandez will get it done on the 1. 16 ride, and Mendoza will pick up the 2. 6:19 is the moto number. Wegley, Stroud, Francis. Looking for 2 this time around. Wegley got the identify colors out on point out of Bethel Park, PA. Wegley got everybody after his lunch money as they turn for home. Coming back at me. Stroud, Francis looking for a way. Stroud going to come on by on that 2 spot. Stroud and Wegley are moving on out of 6:19. 8-year-old experts on the track right now. How about Snyder, Clements, Hearn, Moorhead? 2 riders going on to an 8th main event. They're single file in and out of the 4th turn. Back to the stripe, 11 ride. Got to be Clements. Going to get it done on the 1. The 2 ride of Snyder will pick up the 2. 6:21. How about Barnes, Meadows, White, and Cox? Looking for 2 this time around as they're in and out of the Tulsa turn down the back straightaway. Man in black on the attack. Black Widow colors. Got to be the silent assassin, Cox. Cox checking out early on this one. Cat's got his own area code as he gets in and out of turn number 3 down the back straight. On the turn for home. Nag 10 ride. A Cox going to get it done with the 18 ride, a Beefy White. How about Gutierrez, Tanamura, Morris, and Lyle? Down the back straightaway, we're rolling. SE Racing colors. Got to be Camden Morris on the top side. Oh, yeah. Little Cat. Going to run the show in and out of turn number 4. Coming back at me. SE Racing colors. On the 1. Got the 11 ride on that 2 spot. That's Gutierrez. They're both moving on out of 6:22. 6:23, more 8-year-old experts. How about Simons, Jones, Martin Avini, and Cowles? 7 ride. Got to be John Martin Avini. Going to get it done on the 1, the 8 ride of Action Jackson Jones. Mullins, Weiss, Nelson, Olszewski. Looking for 2 more riders. Moving on to an 8 expert, 8th main event. Gold Cup 3 ride. Got to be the Tornado, Olszewski, and the 32 ride of the Speed Demon Mullins. How about Mann, Lindberry, Pisciata, and Alton? Looking for 2 more riders going on to that 8th main event. 6:25 is my moto number. I dropped one off down the back straightaway. Nag 19 and the Nag 16. So that was Pisciati and Lindberry on the turn room. I got gate 9 colors running the show right here. Going to be the World 7 and the 19 ride. Spencer Sullivan gets it done on the 1. Going to be Napolitano coming back on that 2 spot. 6:26, 6:27. How about Noonan, Romer, Stopka, and Dixon? Nag 11, District 2. Noonan and Dixon. I got O'Hagan, Abitz, and Wiggins. More 8-year-old experts on the track. Do it now. Oh, like a boss, baby, like a boss. Looking for 2 riders going to that 8th main event. Coming back at me right here, Gold Cup colors. On that top side, the Gold Cup 2 ride. Got to be Max Wiggins. Wiggins and the 42 ride of T-Rip O'Hagan. Leather, Salerno, Sandoval. 2 more riders headed to that 8th main event as they turn for home. Coming back at me right there, 29 ride. Going to get it done with the 9 rod. That's Sandoval and Salerno. Transfers brought to you by the letter S. Brockner, Rogers, Bayo. Oh, here we go. Last rack of 8X. They're going to get in and out of turn number 4. Coming back at me. Lead ride, getting it done on the 1 right here. 25 ride, going to lock it down with the 16. That's Bayo and Brockner. Transfers brought to you by the letter B.
9-year-old experts to that 8th main event. Taking a pair, moving on. Smith, Turner, Kent, Baker driving out of the last straightaway, coming back to us. Looking for that top spot. Skinny Jitty going to be the 1 and the 28 bike getting it done 1-2 on the way back home. I'll borrow that pin. Zach, grab my other one. 6:32, Shimoto out of the last straightaway. Rocked and locked, 11 bike. Tremillo coming back to the stripe and go with the 4 bike. Hedges lost his plate on that last straightaway. Got that 4 on the 2. Hedges, Tremillo, 1-2 out of moto. 6:32, 6:33, Shimoto. Bissig, Lanier working it out, trying to get done. Harris and Roden trying to get to that 8th main event. 61 riders in the group today as they head for it down the last straightaway. Gonna be your 8 bike. Picks it up with a 1:02. Roden, Harris, top spots out of moto. 6:33, 6:34. More 9X coming our way. Myers trying to ramp it up. Clanton, Murray, Coolbert, Skinner. Sinded, LSG, Factory on that top spot. Going to be the Daxonator, Murray. Murray getting it done. 2 spot up for grabs down the last straight. 60 bike
A Skinner slides in for the deuce. Out of Moto 634. See you in the morning, boys. Another one coming out of the last straightaway, looking for an ROC 1 and the 7 by Gutierrez. And Zink will get it done 1 and 2 as they come back to the stripe out of Moto 635. 636 your moto. Briggs, Slipka, Kloss working it out with Jackman. Last straight action coming back through, looking for a top spot, 34 bike. Hollywood, Briggs back to the line. He'll get it locked in with the 15. The Wolverine, Jackman, freaky fast colors to pick it up for the 2. Out of 635, 636, 637 is your moto. More 9X coming our way. Locked up, Jay Lau out front. Bushido coming back to the stripe. We're going to get it done with Lander. Lander picking up for the 2. Out of Moto 637, 638 your moto down that 3 straightaway. Johnson, Reyes, and Davis working this one out. The Tasmanian trying to get in the mix on the way back through. Out of the last turn. Let's see who's got the top spots locked in. Driving it back at me now, Vanderheiden. Trying to hold on. That's the NAG 12. That's going to go Davis. Davis will get it done with the NAG 9. Davis and Reyes, 1-2. Back through Moto 638, 639 your moto. Burke, Garber working it out. Shignesi looking for a frontline run out of that last turn. Nag plate, got to be Grambo. Burke on the Nag 15. He'll drive it back through with the 10 bike in tow. Ghost and Garber. Garber picks it up for the 2 on the way back at us. No, the Kamikaze, Colwell. Slipping back at it. He's got Schroeder. Coltrane coming back through. Kamikaze says, I'm going to bring it back around with a 9 bike. Schroeder will pick up the 2 out of Moto 640. 640 wants a moto. Bailey Waters looking for McConnell. Trying to get things locked in. McConnell got a pretty good drive on the way back out. Slides in for that 2 spot. Back to the stripe we go, NAG 16. H2O on the go. Waters will get it done. McConnell 1-2 back to the stripe out of Moto 641. Livin, living, man. What do we got out of the last straightaway? Dropping in 3 wide on the way back home. Our bike Peterson trying to get locked in on that 2 spot. Back to the stripe with the 10 bike. Pavlonis will come on back at me and get it rolling back out. 642, 10-year-old experts, 71 riders in this group today, taking a couple more. Moving on to that 8th main event, back through the last straightaway. Pearson, Mulhouse working it out with Massa. Back to the stripe we go, 14 and the 2. How about Westfall? And Mulhouse get it done. Yeah, Dennis the Menace getting his game up tight. Finds his way into that 8th main event. Rodas, Martin Baxton working this one out. Byington, the A-bomb. Trying to throw a bomb into that last turn. They'll come out side by side, looking for 2 to move through. 35, and your 4 bike will stretch it out. Byington and Martin, top spots out of Moto 644. 645, Samono driving him back through the back straightaway, looking for a front line run, NAG 20. How about Leonetti? Comes back to the line. He'll get it done with Foreman Sensel. Sensel on that 2 spot, Driven Cycling Academy. Yeah, Jeff Upshaw on that posse right there. Got another one driving down the line, coming our way. Petrucci looking for a top spot. Green Smith, Perito trying to crank it up through that short chute. Back straightaway, he's coming back in, doing a little shopping, trying to show him a wheel. Can't quite seal the deal on the way back home. 11 bike will get it done with the J bike in tow. How about Green Smith, 1-2. Out of Moto 646, more 10-year-old experts coming down the 3 straightaway, trying to drive that inside line on the way back home. Cunningham, Simplice, Hotchkiss, Biaggi. Biaggi running the front lines out of Brighton, Colorado. Got all that high altitude training going on. Identify BMX will pick it up on the 2. Moto Hornet, Simplice. Locks in for Simplice. We'll get it done for the 2. Thank you, Zach. More 10-year-old experts coming down the pipe right now. 648's the moto. Taking a pair on the way. Black Widow, BMX running the show. The Z-Man, Rock Uniter back to the line. He'll get it done with the C-bike. Blazenbeck Meyer picks up the 2. Tough Block City downtown. Trying to get that one going on. As we head down the 2 straightaway. Got another one coming out of the back chute right there. Get these guys locked in for it. Looking for a pair. How about Peterson in the 19 bike? The real deal. Deal will come on back home. Ripped Rider getting it done on that top spot. D-Money, got to be Rogers. out of Elgin, Illinois, one of the Hill locals coming back through. Yeah, back at me. Rolling this one, looking for a two-spot. Slingshot, Gio, back to the line. Black Crown, he'll come back around. Downriders back up, give him a little love out there on the way back home. Whoa, moving over quick right there, cutting the door shut. Just Josh Linares. And he got a little loose out of the first turn. Oh, skipped the pedal. Oh, but he's still got the charge going on. Davidson, Despopoulos, Frazier, Linares working this one out. I think Showtime, he transferred down that first go-around. As we come down through that 3 straightaway, it's all 09 factory out of Hurricane, Utah. Linares working it out. Ryan trying to find a way into the mix with Frazier and Davidson. Through the last straightaway, last turn action coming back home. It's Linares running the show. Back to the stripe. Skinny Digit on the top spot. Looking for the 2. How about the 7? Davidson, edge racing colors. Out of moto 651, 652. Your moto down the 3 straightaway. Murray, Moat working it out. Horn and Cam Bam Cam. He's trying to drive this one out of that last turn. Looking for a top spot. Trying to show him a wheel on the way through. Back to the stripe. CNAC 2. Moat would get it done with the 1 bike. How about racing Case and Murray? Murray will get it done for that on 2 wheels posse as he comes on back. Out of moto 652, 653 is your moto. How about Brady, Smith, and McLean? Headed through the last turn. K-Bike on that top spot. Party time! Going to get this one rolling on back to the stripe and go with the 18 bike of McLean. Guile, McLean, 1-2, out of moto 653. Another one coming my way, getting it done. Luke, I am your father. Hill, back to the stripe. He'll go with the 4 bike in tow. Hawkinson, round out your top spots. They're coming up on a 654, 655, heading into turn number 3. Behind turn 1 they go, coming back home, looking for it. Dudley, Gronis, Custer. Jennings locking it up, looking for a top spot. Back to the stripe, will stretch it out on the 47 and Custer. Custer back to the line with a 6 bike. Big time, Gronis, Wicked colors. Cincinnati boy. Ohio representing. Zach's like, yeah, that's my area, bro. lot of good tracks out there in the Ohio area. If you guys haven't been out through that way, make sure you hit it up. Coming back to the stripe, we go 7 bike into 30. And my live around and your 30 bike Marks will get it done. 1-2 out of moto 656, 657 is your moto. More 11-year experts coming our way. 83 riders in the group today. The Demon Larson running the show, back to the line. He'll get it rolling back through, looking for a 2. How about Schneider? Out of 657, 658 your moto, now on track. Grice, Trimmel, Warner, Belcher trying to make it happen as they come down the 3 straightaway. Who's got that top spot? See a Gold Cup plate running the show. It's that Frank the Tank. Trimmel coming back through, putting all his freaky fast training together. More Wicked riders picking it up on the 2. The Tomahawk, Belcher. He'll drive it on around. Out of moto 658, 659 your moto. Bidwell, Dye, Hudzik, Lindberry. The future, Bidwell, he's trying to get it done. Out of Ontario, Canada. It's already freezing cold and snowing up there. Lindberry running the show on the top spot. And the Wild Man back to us when we go with the Alien Hudzik. Hudzik will pick up the 2. Out of 659, 660 your moto. More 11-year-olds coming our way. Nolte, Doomer, Easterling, Lawrence. Pretty good shot going to the last turn. Shows him a wheel. Can he stretch it out towards the stripe? 4 bike of Lawrence. K-Bike, Black Widow. Doomer comes to the line. He'll get it rolling on back at us. Got to hang out with Doomer and a lot of those kids up there in Minnesota this year, man. Had a good tour going on. Strayer, Haggy working it out. Meringue, Dobson. Got to be Cooper Dobson on the front line. Redmond factory rider. Whoa, Sweet Tea, Meringue getting it done out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Yeah, Sand Springs, Hardesty local. He'll come on back through. Out of moto 661. Graves, Foster, Irwin, Ashford. Cranking things off that last turn. Looking for a top spot. 4 bike gets it rolling back through. Supersonic, Irwin. Irwin will come back at me. Going to go Mighty Mouse Graves on the 2 out of moto 662. Another page of 11-year-old experts. Oh, we lost a couple on the 2 straightaway. Down the line we go into that last turn, looking for that top spot. F-Bike coming back at us. All my man Nate Treerise out of the Great Northwest of Oregon. He'll get it done right there. Speed Goat Thompson. Thompson picks it up for the 2. Out of moto 663, 664 is your moto on course. Down through that last turn. Black Widow, Etnier coming back through. Takes it upstairs. Style me up, bro. I like it. Coming back to the line, looking for that 2 spot. Going to be Azaraga, Black Crown Bike Shop. Picks it up out of 664, 665. Ceresa, White, working this one out. King Jr., Owens. There's the move down out of the last turn. Can he make it stick all the way back to the line? 41, 8 bike. Get it done. 1-2. King Jr., your 8. Ceresa coming back to the line. Out of moto 665. 666, your moto. 11-year-old experts. Couple more racks coming our way. Lawrence or Bringle working this one out. Coming back home, Bellinger and Barry. Back to the line, 89 in the L bike, or 69. Bringle in your L bike, a Barry, good to go 1-2. Out of 666, 667, your moto on track. Into the last turn, factory scented LSG. Hackett running the show out of Washington. I got to hang out with those guys earlier this year. Oh, yeah, nice little 1-footer to Summer, the Flying Lion. Throws it out of the last straightaway, out of moto 667. 12-year-old experts, 72 riders in this group. Taking a pair, moving on to an 8th main event. Skinny Digit going to be the 1 plus the 13. How about Carson and Workman? 1-2. Sprocket Rockets. Yeah, make some noise out there. 669 Shimoto, Zink, Snell, Allen working this one down the 3 straightaway. Marshall in and out of the last turn. Who's got the top spot? Crown Colors. Got to be landing Zink. Zink will come back through. He'll looks for the lockup. Going to be Maddox, Mad Dog Snell. Picks it up for the 2. Out of moto 669, 670. Your moto out of that last turn. Coming back to the stripe, we're going to go the 26, 15. 28 in your 15 bike. Tidman, Guihan going to go 1-2. Back through moto 670. Out of the last straightaway, S squared colors looking for a top spot. Jumping Jack's horn. You know he ate his breakfast bowl this morning. Ready to go. Rock 1 slides into the game right there at the stripe. Tate Stone picks up the 2. 672 Shimoto driving out of that last straightaway. Vrotny, Acme, BMX colors coming down the line. Last straight, S squared looking for that 2 spot. Going to be a 10 bike. Duncan. Out of moto 672, 673 Shimoto. Briley goes a Barone working this one out. Stravopoulos or parking. Stravopoulos already making the run. Coming out of the last turn. Who's got the top spot locked in? Got to be Barone out of Broken Arrow coming back to the line with the 11 bike. J-Rock Goza will pick up on the 2 out of moto 673. 674 Shimoto. More 12-year-old experts coming our way. Big drive out of the last turn, trying to slide in on that low side right there. Back to the stripe. We're going to go 2 in your 15. We'll get it rolling. Thomas and Roland go 1 and 2. Back to me. Out of moto 674, 675 Shimoto. Nahanke trying to crank things up. Guihan working it out. Wilson and Moore. No, there's my man Connor. Pflugerville local. He'll drive it back through. Throws a little style with the 20 bike. Jack Attack. Nahanke picking it up on that 2 spot out of Moses Lake, Washington. Driven Cycling Academy. Eakins running it back through. Archibald, Winter, and Taylor. The lawnmower got it all fired up. He got the new tune on the mower coming back through. Canada, the Canadian rider, the 27 bike. He'll pick it up. Archibald in the lawnmower. Eakins go 1-2 out of moto 676, 677. A moto down the 3 straight into that 3rd turn. Last straight action. Wicked Colors looking for a top spot right now. Going to be the Hurricane Gray looking for a 2. Who's got it locked up? Shepard slips into the mix right there out of Ontario, Canada. Driving it back home out of moto 677, 678. Shimoto down through that 4 straightaway. Behind the big Send It turn on the way back through. Bay Area Dynamics on that 2 spot. Got to be Flibbing. Back to the line. He's going to go with the 09 bike. Lassier coming back at me. Out of moto 678, 679 's a moto. Bryant Clark working it out with Porter. Super K, go toe. Super K driving on the inside. He's got the lock on it. 4 bike out front, gets it done. Spot him, got him. Got to be Bryant. Super K, go toe. We pick up that 2 spot. Out of moto 679, 680 Shimoto. 13X, 68 riders in this group. Switching it up. Getting older, getting faster. Our bike running the show right now. Rojas. The Hitman, the Privateer, back to the stripe. 27 bike. Morris will pick up the 2. Automotive 680, 681 Shimono. Martinez working it out. Campbell, Fishbone, Christian. Super B trying to get up front. Coming back through the last straightaway. National Age Group 6, Rock 1. How about Super B? And Martinez will go 1 and 2. Automotive 681, 682 Shimono. Weigel, Dixon working this one out. Nelson, Skinner. Ramping things up out of the last turn, last straightaway. 17, 4 bike. How about Nelson and Skinner going to get it done? 1, 2. Nelson's like, this track is about 150 feet shorter than my local track, man. Coming out of the last turn, back to the line. How about it? Looking for a 17 and the 180 or 385. Forrester, 17 by Bowman. Forrester go 1, 2. Automotive 683, 684 Shimono. Lynn, Montano, Gabali working it out with Henry freaking Linners out on the track right now. Let's see if he can get it done. Coming out of that last turn, back at me, Nag 8, Henry freaking Linners, back to the stripe. Pick it up with a shark on the 2 spot. Devil Dog, Montano, the 3rd. Gibbs, Title working it out with Hughes and Hartley. Down through that 3rd turn. Who's got the drive back home? Lead rider getting things wrapped up on the Gold Cup plate on that top spot. Got to be the speedster Gibbs. Gibbs back to me. That Gold Cup 2. Locks it down with a J-bike in tow. Hartley running back home. Automotive 685, 686 Shimono. More 13-year-old experts coming our way. Schaefer, Corbeil working this one out. Quimby and Vila. Last turn action going on with Schaefer on the top spot. 4 bikes. COB, yeah, Tooney and the crew. Corbeil looking for the 2. The Moose. Automotive 686, 687 Shimono. More 13X coming our way. Uh-oh, lost one on that 3rd straightaway. We'll get him checked out right away. Trying to get back up. He's shaking it off. Give him some love over there. Power Effect Speed Code Guller. Mino back to the line and go with the 17 bike. The Madman Litke pick up the 2. Downriders back up over there on that 3rd straightaway. Give him a little love. He'll shake it off. He'll finish it up. Goslinberg working for Fuller. And the sly little fox got to be buried. Daylight Cycles on that top spot. We'll ramp it up and come back to the line. C-Nag 3 back to the stripe. We're going to go with the 32 bike of Fuller. Yeah, Daylight Cycles in the house this week, man. Go check out all the latest and greatest over there at Daylight. And the hero parts. They got all kinds of good stuff. Finstermaker, Cutler, Noonan. Out of the last straightaway. Going to be the Nag 13 bike. Noonan will pick it up. Yeah, the Bandito, Finstermaker, Brainerd, Minnesota. Got to hang out with those guys for a long 3-day weekend on my tour up in Minnesota this year, man. Great folks up there. Richard, looking for Fisher and Burt out of the last turn. Everybody's on the gas, going fast on the way back through. Going to be the 5 and the 10. How about Richard? 10 bike Fisher will get the 2 spot. Automotive 690. 691, Palmer, Quick, Massa. Getting things all little hang up right there from Quick, but he's trying to get back on the gas behind the turn. Coming back at me, looking for a top spot. Got this one rolling on back home. Going to go that Nag 17 and the 12 bike. How about Palmer? Massa. No. Yeah. See you in the morning. Thanks, brother. 14X out of the last straightaway. 70 riders in the group coming back home. Got the 16 and your 12 bike. How about Bayern, Bergeron, get it done 1 and 2 as they come back at me. Automotive 692. 693 Shimono, Shatler, Linfield working it out. Caruth and Savino. A little happy birthday on the double nickel, the 55 bike. We'll give him a happy birthday shout out. Gold Cup 2, 11 bike will get it done. Top spots. How about Shetler? Steibel, Locke, Lashbrook working it out. Buck and Klein out of the last turn. Back through the Steibel, Daylight Cycles, and the 12 bike. Habanero Hank Klein picks up the 2. Automotive 694, 695 Shimono. More 14X coming our way. Whoa, I see the shark way out of water right there. Got to be Mad Max Vescuso on that 2 spot, driving for home. Gold Cup looking for a top spot. Factory Mayhem got to be Height, Vescuso, 1-2. Automotive 695. 696 Shimono down the 3rd straightaway. Hurdle, Bolter working it out. Toriano and Eccles cranking this one up. Oh, might have left the door open right there. Next gen, getting it done. Hurdle back to the stripe. 6 bike hangs onto it at the line. Toriano Out of moto 696, 697 is your moto. Takunaga looking for Farr, Groom, and Birdwell. Little single file action behind the turn right now as they drive for home. Who's got that top spot locked in? Going to be a 17 bike. Getting it done. Birdwell back to the line. He'll go with the Gold Cup 3. Takunaga picks up the 2 out of moto 697. Airing it out right now. Gargatron trying to find a way. Led for Kleins and Nelson. Ramping things up out of that last straight. Oh, lost him right there. 21 bike. Gargatron comes back through with the 26 of Linz. Oh, that was our boy Nelson right there. We'll get him checked out. Man, little slide out, not the way he wanted it to go as he comes back through. And that 14-18 bike picks it up. How about Big Bro Vicario and Schulte coming back at this one. Got another one coming our way, boys. And now we're going to go. Gish, Miller, Meller, and Myers got the lead riders locked in. Everything's good with them coming back through. Ian, the 3, will get it done. Gish and your 3 bike of Bowers. Checking our boy Brody Nelson out, making sure he's all right. Yeah. How about it for Brody Nelson, man? Come on, let's give him some love. Let's give him some love. Nelson's great family. Track operators right here, out here at Hardesty National Stadium. Definitely not the way he wanted to end the day. Had a good run going on. Gotten to know all these kids pretty good out here in Oklahoma with all our travels and all our stays out here. He is our Hardesty TO's kid. If any of you guys been out to Hardesty, you know the Nelson family. Great folks, man. Taking it downtown, 701. Looks like your moto on track. Cuffer, McMillan working this one out. Shazano. And Vrotny looking for that 2 spot. Whoa, taking it way upstairs right now down that 2 straightaway. See if it pays off going in and out of the second turn. Everybody going to take the high road. Somebody taking the high road. The rest of the boys taking the low road. See who's got it locked up as they come back through down the straightaway. Vrotny still sitting on that 2 spot. We got the lock up out front, though, as we come back home. Got to be the NAG 20. Shazano. Whoa, little tire grab right there. Back to the stripe. Go 16 bike. Vrotny pick up the 2. Oh, man. He's looking down. He's like, what happened? Wildcat, what's going on out there? He's like, was that my mechanic's fault? He'll bring this one back through SE. Nufable. SE Colors getting in the zone on that 2 spot. 3 bike. Going to go Markham, the Penguin. He'll drive this one back through, and that's the way it's going to go down. Right there at a Moto 702, 703 Shimoto. Aguiar, Owens working it out. Dirk and Wiseman. Got one coming 3 on the 17 bike. Little Chino. Aguiar back to the line. He'll go with the 43. Wiseman will pick up the 2. Downriders are getting back up. Make some noise for him. Penny, half to Sommer, Cameron, 15X. Out of turn number 1, down the second straight. Little breakaway going on with these guys. Wicked Colors on that 2 spot. Got to be Cameron in and out of that second Tulsa turn. Driving it down that 3rd straightaway. TV BMX. Got to be DeSommer. He's trying to crank things up along the way. Into that last turn they go. Still got Cameron. Wicked Colors picking it up on the 2. Behind turn number 1. Everybody's rocking and rolling now. Gold Cup 2. DeSommer on that top spot. He'll lead the charge. Brings it back to the stripe. Got a moto 704, 705 Shimoto. Nichols, Charlton working it out. McCullough and Weiss cranking things up out of turn number 3. 2-spot up for grabs. Oh, took it upstairs. Might have went a little too high. Back to the line. 45 going to go with the 30 bike. How about McCullough and Charlton get it done top spots out of Moto 705. Thought he had it locked, took it up for the style shot. Man, cost him a spot. Price, Weber, King working this one out. Gordon in and out of that last turn. 57 in the Gold Cup 3. How about Gordon? King going to get it done 1-2. Weber throwing me a little style. Down at it. Ostertag, Saint, Stratman, Browning out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Out of the last straight, going to be Ostertag ramping this one up on the way back through with the 31 bike. Browning on that 2. Got Bowman, Hester, Regal, Pigo hanging tight on that 2-spot. He's been doing a lot of work lately, man, ramping it up coming into this Grand. I hung out with him quite a bit out there in Georgia and Margietown. Back to the line, we're going to go with the in-bike. Hester will pick up the 2. Back through the last straightaway, 709's the moto. Hollis on the front line run, back to the stripe. Little Bowler, Bay Area Dynamics, he'll pick it up on the 2. $13 in your 3 bike winner, and Dawson going to go 1-2 back to the stripe out of Moto 710. 711's the moto. How about Deech? Simons working it out. Akers coming back through. Bandito, the Skull Crusher, Black Crown back to the line. Landstar on that 2-spot. 36 bike coming in through. Deech, yeah, Sebastian, good kid right there. He's coming back to the stripe. A little shout out to Hinkle, Doug, everybody listening back home, back at Hardesty, coming back through. Whoa, got that top spot. Gibby, Gibson, Gordy's bikes. Back to the stripe. He'll go Stafford to pick it up on the 2. Chris Knapp, you tuned in, man. Mike Trout we'll give him a shout out. He's probably tuned in on the ROC day. Back to the line. We'll get things going on. Crank Lab got to be Jellison on the front line. Gold Coast Daylight looking for the 2. Chris Frost. I wonder if he knows Jack Frost. You never know. Kadrowski, the Osman Rowe, Littorello working it out with Ledesma. Down through that 3rd straight into that last turn. Factory Synod LSG. Got to be the Osman Rowe. Yeah, to Cincinnati, Ohio. Cleves local. He'll come back to the stripe and get it done. Kadrowski pick it up on the 2. Yeah, Rob Kavanaugh. We'll give you a little shout out. Palmer, you guys out there? You guys tuned in? Keener, Gunning, Philibrandt, Scranton coming down the 3 straightaway. Well, Scranton probably got one of the coolest paint jobs in the building right about now. Back to the line. He'll get it done. 2-bike, Gassett Gunning. Cuddy Williams, what are you doing out there, bro? You on the media crew? No, back over here the other way. No, your other left. Keep going. There you go. Cuddy, my buddy. More 15X. Gold Cup 1. The Die Guy. He'll come back through with the 1. Lausman will pick up that 2-spot. Out of Moto 716. Emick. Forrester working it out. Deswan. Got to be some good action going on behind the turn right now. Everybody's shopping for a spot into that last turn. Found the open door. Wicked colors. Forrester driving it back through. Looking for that 2-spot. Going to be the 8-bike. The sharpshooter, Emick, out of Moto 717. 718's your Moto. 16-year-old expert. 78 riders in the group. Smith, Hess, Deering working out. Torres trying to crank it up. Oh, lead rider change out of the last turn. Coming back through. Hess, Toxic Colors, back to the stripe. C-Bike, snipes him. Torres at the line for All-Star. Out of Moto 718. 719's your Moto. Beckman, Lacasse, Monk, Pin, coming through the last turn, last straight, back to the line. 7-bike in the 15 will get it done. Top spots, Lacasse and Beckman working it out. 1-2 out of Moto 719. 720's your Moto down the 3rd straightaway. Walkie, Randolph cranking this one up. Renegar trying to make it happen with Hagel. Last turn, nice move right there as they come back through. Going to be the 6-bike and the 14. Randolph and Renegar. Rengar working it out of Moto 720, 721 Shimoto. More 16-year-old experts coming through. Room for two, Race Inc. looking for a top spot. Hudson White back to the line. He'll go with your 3 bike. And McDonald will stretch it out right there as he comes on back home. Out of moto 721, 722 is your moto. Steffens, Olsen, Carr, Rogers. Out of the last straightaway, daylight cycle. Los Besos, is that you, bro? Good to see you. Coming back. Oh, 13 holds on to it. The dark horse, Carr. Out of moto 722, 723 is your moto. Reeder working it out. Fosdick, Hebner, Thacker. Fozzie on the front line run. Oh, little D Reeder hanging on for that 2 spot as he comes across the stripe. Fosdick, Reeder getting it done. Another kid you might want to pick up right there. Chris Fosdick, man, I'll tell you what. I don't think he's got a sponsor going on. And he's just riding solo brolo right now as he comes out back at us. More daylight cycles coming back through. Ryder Robinette on the front line run. 16 bike. Allison will pick it up on the 2 spot. Out of moto. Well, watch your language out there, bro. Next time go faster. You won't have to talk like that. Yeah. Give us the R bike. Jackson, the 6. Gold Cup 3 in the D bike. How about Mason Lips? Going to go 1-2 out of moto 726. You're my guy, Cody. You're always you're a trooper, man. You're a soldier. 6 in the 2 bike. How about Sloppy Nacho McCann and Collingwood going to get it done 1-2 out of moto 727. Wise Stewart working it out. Hamill and Hopkins cranking things up into out of that last turn. Got to be a little see ya. Coming back to the line. Hamill gets it done. 2 spot going to go tightrope. Stewart. Powerlight DFR colors. He'll get this one wrapped up as he comes on back home. Out of moto 728, 729 Shimoto. Roybal, Nelson working it out. Flitcraft and Corbett. Answer Arby. Oh, little Roybal. He's not so little anymore. I think he's taller than a dad now. Back to this. Ooh, did he hang on to that one? '29 bike. Cocoa Butter. Roybal slides in for that 2 spot. Locks it down. Back to me now. 19 and your 26 bike. How about Day and Jones? We'll go 1-2 out of moto 730. 731's a moto driving it back around out of that last turn. Lasher coming back for a hot lap right there with the 18 bike. How about Stewart? Stewart picks up the 2. 17-20, 66 riders in the group today. Sabisky, Clark, Hogue, and Winkle ramping things up into that last turn. Last straightaway, got the top 2 moving on as they come into that 8th main event. 32 and your 3 bike will get it done. Top spot, Sabisky in the 3 and Winkle. Top 2 out of moto 731, 732, 733 is your moto on track. Johnson, Carter out of the last straightaway. Carter picks it up on the deuce, getting it done out front. Casanova on the top spot. Casanova, Carter, top 2 out of moto 733, 734 is your moto. Headed into turn number 3 right now, looking for that top spot. The Alto Wrecking Crew, got to be Drinkard. Rolling things back around with the T-bike in tow. That was the Rebix ride at Colby Gunn. We'll pick up that 2 as they come back through. Out of moto 734, 735 is your moto. Jackson Thomas, Roman work it out. Tessator. Last straight, they'll take it easy on each other on the way back home. Going to be the 10 and the 17 bike. How about Roman Thomas? 1-2 out of moto 735. 736 is your moto. Nevin, Lazada, Monreal working this one out with Toth down the last straightaway. How about the 39 and the 2 bike? Lazada in the 2, Nevin. Top spots out of moto 736. 737 is the moto now. More 1720s coming our way. Davis trying to make it happen. Barfoot, Maguel, and Bradbeer. Last straight action. 16 bike on the top spot with the 14 going to go Miguel. And the rig, Davis, top 2 Out of Moto 737, taking the high flights, going on down the third straightaway. Hagen, Varndell, Madden, and Blake. Whoa, flying Brian Varndell slips in the mix right there. 24 bike gets it done. Hagen, Varndell, top spots out of Moto 738, 739 Shimoto. Coming into turn number 3, Big Deal Seabrill. Linners working it out. Zanoni, Basage. Got to be Linners working it back through the last straightaway with Basage. Going to go 1 and 2. Linners, Basage, top spots out of Moto 739. 740 Shimoto. Couple more racks of 1720s coming our way. Soito, Schroeder working it out. Montney and Plata. 6. Oh, and the 9 bike will come back around. Montney, Plata get it done. Top spots out of Moto 740, 741 Shimoto. Mag and Zeal working it out. McCabe, Pulaski. Got to be the California kid, Evan Zeal. Zeal back to the line. Throws a little style on it with the 4 bike. And McCabe picking up on the 2 out of Moto 741, 742. 21-25 experts on track. Nielsen, Bonsall, Scott working this one out. Pesky. Come on, bootleg. Where you at, bro? Get it rolling. Back home. Back to the line. 45 and the 80 bike. Nelson, the 80 bike. Pesky. It's all right, bootleg. We'll give you the pass, man. You did a lot of work this week, dude. You had a couple of rough nights, is what you had. I'm just saying. Action Jackson, Elliott coming back through. Another one of the track builder team out there with the 23 bike in tow. The Candyman Smith. Smith will pick up the 2. Out of 743, 744 Shimoto. Armbruster, Peebles working this one out. Paradigm trying to make it happen. A. Peebs puts it back to the stripe. He'll get it done. Paradigm will get that 2 spot, and that's the way to go out of the Moto 744, 745 Shimoto. Ramos got to be the long hair. Inglis out front. He's running the show right now. Rooney trying to get things going on. Roondog says, I'm saving up the energy, man. He's like, I can go 55% right now. I'm good. I'm solid. He's all appreciate it, bro. Yeah, Roondog. Good to see you, buddy. 2635's on course. They head through down that third straightaway. Oh, another one of our track builders. He knows every inch of this place, man. Jesus coming back to the line. O'Gorman will pick it up for the 2. Baxter, O'Gorman get the 1-2 out of Moto 746, 747 Shimoto. Keeping things locked in, going back at us. Evers, Healy, Campisi working it out. 340, Gold Cup 2. Seville and Evers coming back home. 2 bike. Healy, you ran out of real estate, bro. He's like, got into the soft stuff. Now you got a re-landscape over here. All kinds of good stuff, man. Back to me. 4 bike on the front line. Murray, 13 on the outside will get it done. Slipka. Out of Moto 748, 749 Shimoto. More 2635s coming through. Looking for a pair right now. I'm a man Moeller on the top spot. He'll get it done with the 48 bike. How about Dylan Riedemann? He'll pick it up on that 2 spot. Yeah, Riedemann's in the house. You know you want to get in the game, Riedemann. Don't be holding out on us, man. You want to get in on some Saturday action. Come and find us down here. Pinsky, Tufty, working it out. Usry, O'Connor. Down the 3 straight, getting it done. 750 is the moto. More 2635s on track. Out of that last turn, coming back through, looking for that top spot. Looks like it's going to be the 59 bike. Pinsky, Tufty. Whoa, Gold Cup 3 will stretch it out. Usry getting it done on that 2 spot. Another Margie-Town local pick it up on the 2 right there as he comes back through Moto 750. 751 Shimoto, 36-40 experts. Lickety split, Liddell, the long hair, he don't care. Back to the line, we'll go with the 8 bike in tow. Randall, Liddell, top spots, Moto 751. 752 Shimoto down the 3 straightaway. Hedges, Pregloski, Brindle, Bruniger. Looking for a pair moving on out of that last turn. They'll cruise it on back through. How about the 43 and your 13 bike? Craig Hill, Larson driving down through that 3rd straight. Trying to get things locked in that last turn. Who's got the horsepower to get it done? Back to the line, 93, and your 104, Craig and Hill. Top two out of Moto 753. 754 is your moto now. Looking for it. Bennett. Downtown Brown. Gresham trying to hang on to that one. Rock one out front. The machine, Bennett. Bennett back to the line. Going to go Gresham. Gresham will pick it up on that 2 spot. The Tulsa Hardesty local coming back through out of Moto 754. 41-45 experts. 30 riders in the group. 2 1/4 main event. How about Snell, Belter, Hotz, Iverson? The hot one working the top spot. 2 bike. How about Snell and Howarth will get it done 1 and 2? No? No. Swap. Yeah. Last rate coming back at me, getting this one going. Oh, Taylor, man. All those sprints paying off, Taylor. I can see it. Keener coming back to us. Man, Taylor's been out there in Montana, dude. I've been watching his sprint program. He was cleaning off snow the last couple days before he headed out to the Grands. Klein Carter working it out. Come on, Thunder, bring it. Gate 9 going to be DeHaven. Back to the stripe. 16 bike, Klein. Thunder, you didn't have enough juice in the tank. Tried to make it happen. 41-45's got a few more racks coming our way. Going into the last turn, Rogers, Bostock, Bidwell coming back through. Is that you, Biddy, getting it done? Bostock coming back through. That's my man, G-Money, Bidwell. He'll roll it back home. How about Barry, Jason Hardman working it out with Welter. The Ninja, Welter on course. Black Widow bringing this one back through out of that last straightaway. Minnesota, don't you know, back to the line. He'll get it done. Looking for that 26 bike right there. Big Wayne Hardman slips in for the 2. Out of Moto 759, 760 is your moto, 46-50 experts. Keep them coming down the last straight, into that last turn, last straight. Ross got to be the man on the top spot in the 9 bike. He'll get it going on back to the line. Whoa! Did he snipe him right there? Oh, caught him sleeping. Jay Duran moving on right at the stripe as we come across. Looks like you got him, Duran. I mean, that's what she said. Most of the time, she's right. Coming back through 14 bike. Big block. Clannon coming back to the line. He'll go with the 124. Miller. In and out we go. Keeping things moving on. 762 is your moto. How about Blee, Bonsall, Rick? E. Blee, my buddy. He's out front, BMX Shark. He says, all right, man. I got it locked in. Going back through. We'll come back to the line with the 93 bike. Bonsall will pick up that 2 spot out of Moto 762. 763 is your moto. Keeping things moving on. Driving in that last turn. Vergara, Hulbert, Felix. Back to the stripe. We'll go 91-25. How about Felix and your 25? Eddie's blocks. Monk will pick up the 2. Out of Moto 763. 764. Lee, Oliver, Contreras. Working it out on the last turn. Pee Wee Lee coming back through. Your all-time points leader coming back to the stripe. We're going to get it done. Oliver picking up on that 2 spot. And that's the way it goes out of Moto 764, 765, 51, 55. Oh, he said the 11 didn't get it. Oh, Jay Duran, he's right there. Coming through now. Nooch on the front line run. He'll come back with the 11 bike. Linarelli will pick up that 2 spot. Out of Moto 765, more 51-55 experts. Denniston, Weaver, Beam working it out, looking for it. Roybal. Oh, man. You let the shady guy get in front of you? You know he hasn't even ridden his bike until, like, yesterday? As we come back, Denniston will pick up that 2 spot. Oh, no matter what. That dude's fast, man. Donuts, no donuts. He'll get it done. Oh, I love my man Roybal. How about Brown coming back through Mingus, Winich. Dirty Dan, the man, he's on the top spot. He'll get it done. Crown Apparel Colors, he's coming back through. He'll run this one back to the line. Go looking for that 2 spot. Mingus, he'll pick it up right there on a Moto 767, 768 your moto, more 51-55s coming our way. How about Macaulay Cutler working this one out? The Beast, McCauley on the top spot. Liberty BMX. Landstar looking for it. Short rib looking good, bro. He's getting into a quarter main event. He's moving on. He says, I'll take it. How about Downtown Brown? Heisler coming back through. Oldrich trying to get in the game as we come down through that 4 straightaway in and out of that last turn. 32 bike. Downtown Brown. Heavy pedals. Back to the line. Keeping it heavy. Heisler gets a 2. Phoenix colors. Out of Cincinnati, Ohio. We drive this one back down the 3rd straightaway. Quintana! Riley. Motley. Oh, my man Dale Riley. He's trying to get in the game right now. He's coming back down to us. Get it done. Motley Drew on the top spot. Back to the stripe. I'm going to go with the 170. Dale Riley. Yeah, doing the work. Making it into that quarter main. Riedemann, what's up, buddy? I knew you were around somewhere. 56 and over experts to a semi-main event as they head out of the Tulsa turn down that 3 straightaway. Sanders, Ubel. Well, Chavone working it out. Jones trying to make it happen. Another one coming our way. Be like Pringle. Man, Pringle, you're just a tough dude. I'll tell you that, man. Gus in the game coming back to the stripe. Get it done. O'Brien come back with Pringle. Pringle picking it up on that 2 spot. Gus says, hey, man, you make sure you always pump that guy up. He's my right-hand dude. Be like Pringle. Had a hard crash out there in Florida a few weeks back, but he's still getting it done. Cheatham, Stranaka working it out. Scotty Bega, who's got the action going on. We lost one along the way. Downrider's getting back up. We'll make some noise for these guys. They come back through. Looking for that front line run in and out of the last turn. 2-cycle Michaels. Got to be Scott Bega on that top spot. National Age Group number 18 bike. He'll get it done. In the 25, Stranaka, bluegrass colors, Derby City local, picks it up for the 2. That's a wrap, you guys. That's a wrap for day number 1, man. I'll tell you what. Had a great day going on. First 2 rounds, they're in the books. We'll start the day off early in the morning with the pros. So the pros tomorrow will start their grands run, and that will be their final run for the season heading into the night show. So we'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Pro warm-up coming up at like 7:15. Get to motos at 8 o'clock. See you tomorrow right here at the finish line.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we.
Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
Moving this one, bring him back. KG out, here we go, answer whole shot.
Dig my hands deep down in the dirt. Take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Go get your DeLorean.
Hi, I'm Sas Kakibara, 2024 Olympic gold medalist.
Score's timing system is an essential tool in my training. I use it to monitor my hill times, my first straight times, as well as my full lap times. It's really common for me to be training by myself. I use Scores and it's like a training partner. I can see it on my phone in real time. Yeah, it's super handy.